UCLA won the toss. They deferred, so the Huskies will have it first. And Washington will begin on the 25. This day started with only one quarterback in the Big Ten averaging over 300 yards of total offense, and it's that man right there, sophomore Damon Williams.
He's so talented. He's a true triple threat, and today that will be the biggest task for this UCLA defense, Paul. How can they slow him down? You will see controlled rushes. You will see them at times bring a fifth defender, but overall they need to eliminate some of the big plays with his legs.
Talked about the two most dynamic quarterbacks in the Big Ten. The stats back it up. Damon Williams, #1 in the Big Ten in rushing yards for quarterbacks. Nico Iamaleava, he is second. So we will see Jonah Coleman, but Muhammad gets the start. A little flip out, and UCLA was ready for that one. Audric Harris with the catch. Jordan Washington in a tailback the first time. Williams flips it back, and that was a good call. Washington's first down. Decker DeGraff back to the Los Angeles area. He calls home. Big gain of 19.
He understands the play action. It's really impressive. You'll see him here as the play unfolds. Wait, give it a beat, give it a beat. Play action, come out the back door. Damon Williams puts the brakes on. Perfect location.
And a good start here tonight. Adam Muhammad, the sophomore, made his first start last week. Bruin defense ready for that one, keeps that to a gain of 1. And Muhammad once again met just as he got across the line of scrimmage. 2 consecutive carries for the former Arizona Wildcat. That's been a big problem for UCLA, last in the nation in third down defense. Williams blitz up the middle, plenty of time. Sends it down the sideline. Too much for Audric Harris. Well, the Husky offense had it rolling as the game got longer last week. Stopped on their first drive. Punt is away. Mikey Matthews lets that one bounce. And eventually rolls down just inside the 17-yard line. And now we get our first look at Nico Iamaleava. Missed last week's game because of a concussion. He told me on practice on Thursday. Really knew Tuesday of this week that it was trending in the right direction. Had a good feeling that I'd get the green light to play, and that came midweek.
Yeah, and this guy is the heartbeat of this team, Paul. Make no mistake about it. I think he's the most misunderstood quarterback in the country. When things went haywire and they made changes on the staff, he's the one among the players in the locker room that galvanized them. They came out and got that huge win against Penn State, and during these hard times, he's the one galvanizing them as well.
Anthony Woods is the tailback to his right. And he has it off the left side. It's actually Jalen Berger with the carry. He picks up 3. Iamaleava rolls out. First completion, Mikey Matthews, not much. Drilled right when he caught that pass. And Rashawn Clark met him. First one he's facing is 3rd down and 6. Iamaleava steps up, keeps it himself. And there he goes.
Watch him. He goes to his first read. Is it there? Nope. All right, I'm going to utilize my legs. Climbs in between the guard and the tackle, and he knows.
Wants to throw. Good pocket. Dumps it over the middle. Complete out to midfield. Iamaleava swings it out of the backfield. Woods has another first down. He was an all-conference running back in Idaho, getting his feet wet at UCLA this year. That got him 12. He said they scored 20 points in the first quarter. Half of those points came against Penn State. Woods this time in the run game, not a lot there. He picks up 1. Empty backfield. Over the middle. Complete, short of a first down. Jack Peterson, the tight end, his first touch gets him 5. Jerry Neuheisel tells him, you're the facilitator. You're Steve Nash out there. And there we see him under center like you talked about. Play action, dumps it down. And a good tackle made there. The big corner of Fijian's Prysock brings down Jalen Berger for no gain. 4th and 4, aggressive right away for the Bruins. Berger is the tailback. Iamaleava looking, firing, incomplete. Knocked away by McKellisteen, and the Husky defense holds. Both teams have had the ball once. UCLA just moved it well, but failed on 4th down. So Damon Williams and the Huskies back on the field. Adam Muhammad, little hesitation and a sweet cut. Gets him out past the 45 and a 1st down.
He's working that way, and then boom, he puts his foot in the ground, stays patient, nothing to cut back to. Okay, I'll stay on my path, make a guy miss. We got a 1st down.
Come right back to the other side, cuts it back, and another good gain. How about that power finish out to the 45, gets him 9. JoJo Vaughns with the stop.
Because Damon Williams is often, you see him tap his helmet, often has multiple plays he can roll with at the line of scrimmage.
3 consecutive plays. The cutback didn't get there. He slipped. Didn't quite make it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, a little more than a yard. Muhammad remains the running back. Up the middle, drilled in the backfield, but a quality finish got him close to the mark. Williams hit him before he got to the mark. Let's see if they got this 1st down. Jet Fish taking a peek. Oh! Well, they're actually going to give it to him. Williams bouncing, still looking. Well, he's got some room out here. And tucks it out of bounds just as he got past the 45. 2nd down and 9. Muhammad still the tailback. Williams under center on the move. Lets it go. And inside the 40-yard line. Adam Muhammad continues his active night. Again, Washington's been excellent on 3rd down. UCLA last in the country, but the Bruins won the first battle here. Drilled in the backfield, and again, UCLA stands up on 3rd down. Loss of 4.
Let's not just give Nico Imaliava after that previous drive. Great field position. Let's see if we can pin him back, make him earn it.
Dunn gets it away. Mikey Matthews lets it bounce, and into the end zone it goes. 78th time they've met. UCLA with a little bit of an edge here. Nobody has an edge yet. Scoreless. Imaliava, Mikey Matthews. Fancy footwork, lost the ball. Washington recovers at the 20. Had the ball knocked out, and Dylan Robinson has it.
And this UW defense flying to the football. He doesn't even try to change his hands, just gets punched out right there. Nice job on the defense.
Play action on the move. Under pressure, dumps it out inside the 20. 2nd catch for the tight end, Decker DeGraff, short gain of 2. Williams through the air, 4 out of 5 so far. Looking for a 5th completion. Too low, incomplete. They've only converted 1 out of 3 times today on 3rd down. Williams, late blitz, sideline shot, incomplete. Audric Harris had a shot at it, 4th down. Brady Gross has struggled from this distance here this season, only 2 out of 4 in the 30s, and this from 36 yards out. No problems right down the middle, and there's your first points of the night. Washington up 3-0. Cole Martin back deep. And the Bruins will begin on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, late 1st quarter. Up the middle, couple of cuts for Anthony Woods. Picks up a handful there. 2nd down, 7. Short completion, Flores out to the 30. Final seconds here of this 1st quarter. And we won't see another play. Empty backfield. Needs to get just past the 35 from the pocket. Looking, surveys, touch pass. Oh, it's dropped. Sidus Mokiao Atimalala had it in his hands. UCLA will punt it away. Will Carroll standing on his own 15. And the freshman with an adventure there. Now another running back run and popping through there. Well done, Adam Muhammad, out across the 40-yard line. Something he hadn't done much of until this season. Little play action. Deep setup. Floats it out. And that's a nice catch at the 47-yard line. Omari Evans, Mr. Big Play, gets 13.
Yeah, this is a beautiful job from Demond Williams. See a little tempo here now for Washington to try to get going here. But he'll sit, and he understands the integrity of the pocket on the play action. They're going to go a little tempo here, but a nice job of him climbing up, making a completion.
Sets up even deeper, lets one go. Harris is there. Missed him.
Missed there.
Right back, left side, a gash. And Muhammad with another good finish. Cole Martin, the safety, eventually made the stop.
The defense will dictate that here on a third down.
Operating with pace, third and short. Muhammad picks up the first. And the Husky offense clicking along. First and 10. Williams quickly completes. Omari Evans, his second catch on this drive. Former Penn State Nittany Lion gets 7. Omari Evans averaging 20 yards per catch in his career in Happy Valley and Seattle. Muhammad, he's been busy tonight. Looks like he got just enough for a first. Linebacker Vaughns. Jordan Washington, the tailback from Long Beach, in the game. Fake to him. Here goes Williams, sprinting inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. We were wondering when he might turn it on. There's your answer.
Yeah, and watch as he just hesitates just a hair. He's going to put all these defenders in a big-time bind. It's really impressive. A little zone read, and then I'm just a better athlete than you. And he outruns his high school teammate, 21, Cole Martin, for 6. First designed run, first touchdown of the night.
Snuck in that right leg. He turned on the speed right there. He had negative rushing before that, and you knew that wouldn't last for too long.
They call him the point guard. He looked like a point guard, a little crossover.
Grady Gross has a field goal and now an extra point. And that's how the Huskies are up 10-0. That drive, 8 plays, 65 yards. A little inside of 4 minutes off the clock. Easily Washington's best drive of the night. And we'll see how the Bruins choose to respond. Iamaleava. Ball tipped. Tipped at the line of scrimmage by Deshaun Lynch. Got a paw on it. Brings up second down 10. This time they go inside. Nice gash and a good kick out to the right. First down, UCLA. Quick pass. Mikey Matthews lit up when he caught that pass. Ephesians Brysock.
And it seemed like he knew what this play was. Look at that job, just locking out Quasi Gilmer. Almost a turnover. Such an impressive play.
Has just been a staple out wide for this defense the last 2 years.
He's following Gilmer.
Iamaleava dumps it out of the backfield. Out to the 45 to set up a manageable situation. Once again, it's Alex McLaughlin. Feels like a big third down here at this point of the second quarter with Washington's offense turning it up. They need 4. They bring heat. There he goes. Ball came out. He fumbled. Deshaun Lynch thinks he has it. And he does.
Wow.
Washington football. Empty backfield now for Demond Williams. Last time he touched the ball, he sprinted for a touchdown. This time wants the pass. Sets up, sends it deep into the end zone. Contact and a flag.
Pass interference, defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Demond Williams happy to welcome Jonah Coleman into the backfield. Williams keeps it and sprints around the right side for a small gain.
Recruited Arizona under Jed Fish, followed him to Washington. Good to see him out in the field, hopefully near 100%.
He's approaching 3,000 rushing yards for his career. Quickly to the left, caught to the 30 and up to the 27-yard line. Injury timeout here. There's an injured Husky down.
That's Carver Willis, their starting left tackle.
25-yard touchdown run. That end of the last drive sets up to the left. Well-designed play and well-executed to Amari Evans. And now Jordan Washington joins him in a classic I backfield. Pitch to Washington. Speed gets him there and then some.
And this is awesome. This is called the old F12 flip. Fake it to the F, your fullback, right there over the center, and then you flip it out to the fastest guy in the field for a first down.
First and goal now for Williams. Muhammad patience. And he gets inside the 5. Tailback right now is Muhammad. Couple of tight ends in as well on second and goal. To pass. End zone. Roebuck couldn't get it.
Probably motion him back in. Or quarterback design run to the left.
Here comes Coleman back. Got a hustle. Ball went through his legs. Picked it back up to the end zone. Incomplete. Grady Gross on. He's already good from 36 yards out. That happened in the first quarter. This from 23. Grady Gross is 2 for 2. Washington's first 3 drives only got him 48 yards, and they've turned it up since then, leading 13-0. And bringing it out is Cole Martin. Nice little cutback, and he's out to the 25, where they would have had the ball anyway.
If I'm UCLA, I'm going to try to generate a little bit of tempo if I can get a first down here. Got to get points here before the half.
Out of the pocket, there he goes. Little slide there at the end, but a decent start here to this series. Knocks off 5 here to bring up second down. Got some catching up to do. No points and only 82 yards of total offense so far. Ground game up the middle. Couple of skips. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Thompson made the stop. Third and 2. Quarterback keep. Huskies there. McEllisteen, the safety, said, no, you don't, and it's 4th down. Punt is away. Desmond Roebuck from the 25. True freshman gets out to the 37. Now this Bruin defense needs a stop late in this second quarter. Play action. Williams over the middle. Intercepted. Picked off by the Bruins. And leaping is Cole Martin. Huge play for the UCLA defense.
And a huge turnover. The catalyst on defense for the Bruins makes a play when they desperately needed one.
Little reverse around the end. I think Mikey Matthews was considering a pass there, Yogi. Didn't see what he liked.
I'd work your slot a little bit at the top of the screen. Mokiao Atimalala, single coverage.
Iamaleava hit as he threw, and that pressure led to the incompletion. Zach Durfee got home. UCLA only has 30 yards of passing offense now. They could use a big one here. Iamaleava, crosser, good catch inside the 15. That's a first down. Titus Mokiao Atimalala.
And a flag on the far side of the field.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Crushing. Iamaleava from the pocket. Lets it go. Way over the head of Mokiao Atimalala. And it's 4th and long. Bateen Begani from 46 yards out. He's been good this year. 4 out of 5. Between 40 and 49 yards. Oh, it's a fake. They get it back to him, or they tried to. Scooped up by McLaughlin. And here he goes. Their leading tackler puts 6 on the board. Other side for Tim Skipper. Extra point from Grady Gross, up and in.
Well, look, UCLA wanted to be aggressive in this game, had a chance to make it 13-3, and it's like Pagani didn't either know the ball was coming to him.
That with a DeMond Williams touchdown is how the Huskies lead 20-0. All right, Nico with a chance here to the sideline. Quasi Gilmore is top receiver coming into this game with a rare touch tonight. It's only 5. Prysock with the coverage.
They got to find a way to see if they could break an explosive with one of these wideouts.
Only 35 yards passing so far. 4-man rush. Quick slant. Boy, hammered, but he held on to the 40. Back-to-back catches for Gilmer.
Yeah, now you got to go a little bit of tempo here. You get that first down. Line up at the line of scrimmage. You've got your select menu of plays. This is everything you know to be absolutely certain if you're Nico Iamaleava. This is the plays that you love most.
Block moving. Iamaleava in trouble. Escapes. Flips it. Frias. Wisely gets out of bounds. 1:19 left in the half. Slow snap back. Setting up. And now on the move. Iamaleava chucks it toward the sideline and just saving a play right there. 1:11 left. 3rd and 9. Iamaleava dumps it. Good cutback out to the 45. Goes Habermill at side end. Picks up 5. Clock stops. 4th and 4. Iamaleava spins out. In trouble, goes down. Ball came out, and running the other way are the Huskies. Penalty marker is down. Taitai Uiagalelei rumbled down to the 10. Marker down on the other side of the field.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 6. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down. There's also a sideline warning against Washington.
Iamaleava, pressure off the edge, picked up. Steps, throws, incomplete, and a little bit too high for Matthews. Surprising to look down and see UCLA does not have 100 yards of total offense yet. Now they go to the run. Woods, good cutback to the 40-yard line. Late flag comes raining in after Durfee made the tackle, and a gain of 3.
Holding, offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Trying to get something going offensively before they hit that halftime locker room. Iamaleava steps up over the middle and another miss high. Well below his standard. Iamaleava swings it out of the backfield, connects. Now inside of Washington territory. 29 seconds left, the clock stops. Freshman receiver Desmond Roebuck back deep for Washington, standing just inside his own 10. Fair catch on the 7. Muhammad left side. And that is likely how this first half will come to a close. Good news for UCLA. They get a chance to do something about it right away. They'll be on the 25.
19 total yards combined among them all in the passing game in the first half. Not going to get it done.
Start out with the ground game. Patience off the right side. Not a lot there. That was late in that second quarter before the Bruins went over 100 yards of total offense. Iamaleava right on the money, but a good open field tackle there to prevent the catch and run. In a lot of ways you can point out what Washington did well defensively in that first half. Bruins 1 for 8 on 3rd down. Make it 1 for 9 for their first punt of this 3rd quarter. Low. Roebuck with a great chance on the dead run, but a nice tackle there. Williams starts this 3rd quarter under center. Fakes to Muhammad. Sets up a screen and just missed there to bring up 2nd down 10. The defense for UCLA had that sniffed out.
These tough losses, these tough weeks are just the next natural step
Big gash for Muhammad off that right side. He gets out close to a first. Picks up 9.
See if they can convert this third down.
If he does, it'll be to Adam Muhammad. Oh, he keeps it, sets up. In trouble. And he can keep it himself for the first. That's exactly what he does. Finds plenty of open space down to the 25. Gain of 21 right there. He also had the 25-yard touchdown run going this way in the second quarter. Wants to pass here. Little pump. Still looking. And to the sideline, a sliding effort and a nice catch there by the freshman, Des Roebuck, for another first. Speaking of, there's another one. Muhammad stood up before he got to the 10-yard line. Good job by the Bruin defense.
We'll see in the tight red zone. I'd imagine he's going to work through a slot wide out here.
Keeps it himself, a run all the way inside the 10. Touchdown, Williams!
He sees the coverage, all the numbers on this side, so he says, I'm going to run it here to where we have the advantage with our wide receivers, our tight ends. Gets a great block from 88. Moore, a great kick-out block from Finau, his left guard, and he's untouched.
Brady Gross, extra points. Huskies having their way here in Pasadena. And the Bruins will begin from the 25. And now down 27-0 to Washington. Anthony Frias, decent gain there out to the 30.
It's going to get much harder as life goes on. And they know that, and they've competed through that. And I think we'll see as this game unfolds, the next week's game against the crosstown rivalry, UC George, this team will not fall.
And this time, Husky defense there. Tackle made at the 40 on Frias. No gain.
Clearly the experience over the last 24 months. He understands what it takes to lead a program.
Now hoping his offense can get inside Washington territory. Take a shot down the sideline. A lot of contact, no flag. Good defense by who else? Alex McLaughlin. Also scored the special teams touchdown, scooping up the ball and sprinting for a touch. Iamaleava in trouble and sacked. Swallowed up at the 22. And that injured player, you see it as well, is Iamaleava. Iamaleava did get up and walk off under his own power, did head right into the medical tent there. Punt is away. Desmond Roebuck, fair catch at the 31.
This offensive line has been a mishmash the last couple weeks, so he's been navigating the bunch, but he's responded.
Boy, he's got a wide open freshman receiver. Des Roebuck sprints inside of UCLA territory. After all that shifting, freshman Jordan Washington the back. Williams, penalty marker comes in, and he dots his man on the sideline. Likely coming back.
Holding, offense, number 4, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, that's me, Jordan Washington. See it right there.
So many Huskies this year and throughout the years from Southern California. That wiped out an 18-yard gain. Look at that deep drop, sets up, takes a shot, wide open receiver, and inside the 10, Chris Lawson, first time targeted today, gets 42 yards. First and goal, Huskies. Williams escapes, flag comes in, and he skips into the end zone, but we'll have to check on the flag.
Yeah, this is coming back. This is a holding on the offensive line, and they're frustrated. They know it as well.
Holding, offense, number 50, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Only his 7th catch on the year, now under center with Muhammad behind him. Williams gonna throw it again. Looking, open man, Roebuck, touchdown Huskies!
He's going to look to his right. There's the pocket, set up in front of it, come back to the left, and that's why you work from under center. Because if you don't do that, the timing is not going to look as effortless as it did on that touchdown.
Getting under center is something he didn't do in high school. We talked to the coaches this week. He's kind of a natural. It wasn't too much of an issue for him.
I think he's a natural at pretty much everything.
Nico Iamaleava went to the medical tent after the last drive, so Duncan will get a shot here. We'll see where he starts. Cole Martin did not get the edge, and having an evening is McLaughlin, the safety. First play on the move. And he put it right there, dropped by Anthony Frias to bring up second down.
Eligible receiver downfield, offense, number 71. The foul was declined. It will be second down.
Decent pickup there across the 20-yard line. Zach Durfee, a big hit at the end. And some extracurriculars and a late flag.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 23. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Yeah, he's such a talented young player.
Ooh.
And there he is. Yep. Hands to the face of Ruben Unije. And Saleh's a big guy, 6'3", 225. Unije is a lot bigger.
Duncan gives Berger, nothing there. Duncan from the pockets has another one dropped. This one by his tight end, Jack Peterson. They bring a blitz, gets rid of it, throws a strike. Biggest pass play yet, Titus Mokiel Atimalala.
And Luke Duncan says, okay, I see you coming in this simulated pressure, no problem. My arm will beat your blitz. Does a nice job getting to Mokiel Atimalala. Had an opportunity last week, he's got one now.
Picked up 24 on that play. They had 7 total yards in the second half before it. Run play down to the 37-yard line, picks up 2. 7th play of this drive. Their longest drive is 9. Put it right on, and this will be a touchdown. Mikey Matthews, and UCLA is on the board. Duncan 61 yards passing on that one drive. UCLA had only 69 total prior. And there's his extra point up and in. Moments ago, this was the scene on the UCLA sideline. Quarterback Nico Iamaleava, towel over his head, walking through the tunnel into the UCLA locker room. Just know what we saw right there. And he has left through the tunnel into the locker room. Lamont Williams to throw again. Look at that pocket. Sets up. Well, he loves that freshman wideout, Desmond Roebuck. Good catch right there. He had the touchdown. This time he gets 12. At least 3 catches every Big Ten game so far. That was his 4th tonight. Adam Muhammad springs free inside of UCLA territory. Well done by the offensive line. Well, they are letting him throw here in this quarter. Checks up, fires, another open man. And once again, it's Roebuck.
And that's his freshman. Understanding the depth, the timing. He's not the first read in the progression. He's the 3rd read. He sits, waits, gets vertical.
Play action. Being chased off the back foot. Oh, that almost happened. Andre Jordan got in there late. Freshman Jordan Washington joins him in the backfield. Washington, space. O-line doing some work here. They'll set up inside the 20. Got 17 on that one. Came into this night averaging at a little over 9 yards per carry. Give him another chance. This time tracked down from the backside. Jalen Woods, the linebacker, caught up with him. Loss of 1. And that's how the third quarter will come to a close. Take a look at our quarterback comparison brought to you by Target. We compare his running and passing, and they have both been good as this game has gotten longer tonight. Slings it out wide, giant hit. My goodness, Kanye Clark.
This play happened so fast. Clark saw it the whole time. Beats the wide receiver, Amari Evans.
Got to get down to the 7-yard line. Big blitz coming, sends it to the end zone. Contact, and yes, there's a flag down. Kanye Clark got a little handsy there against Evans.
Yeah, and that's where Kanye Clark is going to grow, only a redshirt freshman. Got to understand where you are on the field.
It's new to coach someone with this type of skill set.
Yeah, basically he can make any potentially bad call look really good.
Make it a good one. Jonah Coleman just gets to the 5-yard line.
We got some.
And we got a late flag there, pushing. 2 more flags coming out in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's Amari Evans. He was blocking a UCLA defender all the way into the end zone. They got into it.
And here's where it all started. It's Evans and Clark.
Competitive on the edge, and it's here late at the end. You can't stand over somebody.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 5. Also, after the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 4. Those fouls offset, the down counts, 2nd down.
Give it to him. Didn't quite get there, got closer. Picks up 3.
It was a big point of emphasis, and here comes an extra offensive lineman to the right of the screen.
Coleman, patience, little power. Gets down to the 1. Williams to Coleman, stood up. And the extra efforts. No signal yet. Looks like he did not get in. Talking about it.
The ruling on the field was the runner was down short of the goal line. Turnover on downs.
Didn't make it.
After review, the runner had controlled the ball and had completely crossed the goal line. It is a touchdown.
And Washington now gets above 40 points. 41-7 is their lead early here in this 4th quarter. At the very least, it would feel strange to not have the Rose Bowl fired up September, October, November until we get to January 1st.
I think just talking to fans and you.
Luke Duncan remains the quarterback, led a touchdown drive. And his first one, the Bruins get out across the 30-yard line. Getting out of that contract to play football somewhere else is going to be a difficult thing. Could take some time, and we'll see where that goes. And that's Jalen Berger fighting hard there for some extra yards.
You know, week and a half or so will likely name their next head coach. And you can just feel it. Anybody who's adorned these colors, so proud of this place. And they also understand that college football is continually ebbing and flowing. So we'll see how it shakes out.
I've been here a number of times myself, and the same feeling when you pull up and see it. Roebuck. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Scooped up. Touchdown, Bruins.
How about that?
Jameer Benjamin picked it up. Said, I'll take those 6 points.
And this special teams, I'll tell you what, all season long, they've made plays. Earlier this game, they had one, didn't go their way. But more often than not, over the last month and a half, teams have showed up. They showed up in a big way right there.
So in one way, the Bruins and Huskies are even. They've each scored on a punt play gone, or a special teams play gone the wrong way. Fake field goal is what Alex McLaughlin turned into a touchdown for Washington. And Jameer Benjamin scoops up the fumble punt.
Well, when 1 and 2 are out, and you got to be 1, and you're Desmond Roebuck, you're Amari Evans, you got to elevate. And I think in the second half, we saw those two, Chris Lawson, all elevate without having their top 2 guys.
Gives to Muhammad a gash off the right side, slowed up for a moment, but in the end moves the chains.
When he played his best game of his freshman campaign.
Muhammad kicks it out this time and spins inside the 40.
This past spring, and we're looking at this talent continue to take major steps.
And they give it to Harris around the right side. He's still rolling. Pardon me, that's Amari Evans with the end around. Former Penn Stater picks up another first down.
Jedd Fisch does not want to live in the portal at the quarterback position. He wants to find it, identify it, and develop it.
Setting up deep drop. Plenty of time to survey and plants it right on his top wideout tonight, Desmond Roebuck. Patience and then accuracy. Credit to the offensive line, too. Gain of 16.
And that's where this offseason they really went to work. He and Jimmy Doherty, the offensive coordinator.
Desmond Roebuck. We'll come back to that thought in a moment. Adam Muhammad flirting with a 100-yard game, which would be his first. And gets inside the 25.
We've seen it on both sides of the ball develop for Ryan Walters defensively mid-season, and of course Jedd Fisch with this man at quarterback.
Williams finds a tight end, first down, and then some. Decker DeGraff comes home to Los Angeles and puts 6 on the board.
Again from under center for Demond Williams. Watch him as he sprints out after the play action. DeGraff is going to line up on the right as the tight end. He stock blocks and then just releases. Again, be boring as a quarterback. Check it down, find your playmaker, find the local star. And DeGraff does the rest, fired up, looking at the crowd. I bet he could spot some of the 100 or so fans from his community that are in attendance tonight.
Could probably hear them as well.
As he should. Celebrate, man.
Knows exactly where they are. He's having a couple of weeks for himself. Now, he's not smiling right now, but he had lots of smiles moments ago. And UCLA will begin on the 25-yard line.
Constantly was a part of the pass game, and you know, when you have an NFL background like Jedd Fisch does, you know that's going to be a huge part of every facet of your offense.
Luke Duncan to Mikey Matthews. That was a touchdown combination earlier in this half. Not so that time, -1.
Now with the iPad, you can do it much more efficiently, and Ryan Walters has been doing it.
Duncan well protected. Good job digging that one out by Quasi Gilmer. First down UCLA. And watch this play here, but he really went into detail on all he had to change, and what a learning season this has been for him. That ball was batted and almost intercepted. He really had to change it as we take a look here at the ball batted down by Ontario Thompson.
Yeah, another pass breakup by Ontario Thompson. I feel like he gets his hands on a ball, playing a ton of man coverage, being really aggressive, and he adjusted. He said, no, we're going to play 40 linemen, we're going to have a nickel defender, we're going to play some more zone coverage, and they've had a lot of success doing that.
A nice catch there by Frias and a good cut upfield. Make third down a lot more manageable here.
There's no reason to think that this defense shouldn't make plays once again.
See what they come up with here on 3rd down and 4. Duncan had it tipped one more time. Defensive line for the Huskies doing a nice job of getting those hands up. Need 4 here to keep this one alive. Off the back foot, sends it down the sideline. Nowhere near the intended receiver, and that's a turnover on downs. 4 seasons at Tulane. This is his first in Washington. Played a handful of snaps last week in the blowout of Purdue. Adam Muhammad.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 95. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And that goes against UCLA's Jalen Hargrove.
There's that left hand.
Well, they got Jonah Coleman the touchdown earlier in this quarter. See if they can get Muhammad up over. A little bit of a slow start, but they have been racing ever since. 49 points last week, now 48 tonight. Good patience there by Muhammad, and that'll do it. First time he's over 100 yards in his career. Kai Horton under center. New ball carry is Ryken Moon. You know the name. Former Husky Warren Moon, Pro Football Hall of Famer. That's his son.
Nice to see some of those individuals getting in tonight.
That first down line is brought to you by T-Mobile. Play action for Horton. Sets up. He's in trouble and goes down. Pretty big brands there, as Washington's offense remains on the field for.
And you've got to hold a class together, a recruiting class together, try to see if you can flip some players, and then most importantly, completion there, but most importantly is you got to retain your roster. All the candidates are waiting for dominoes to fall to then see where they can go.
UCLA runs it off the left side as we now get inside of 1 minute. Hey, next Sunday, that is coming right up on the East Coast. You're already 1 week away from next Sunday. They've got to have a name or two in mind that they're pretty close to.
Well, no doubt. This administration, they've kept it really tight to the vest, but knowing the group they put together to go make these hires, we see some flags, see some false starts here. UCLA was trying to go hurry up.
Full start, offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And I think that's part of
This
it.
fall calls for a 10-second runoff. UCLA is not calling timeout to avoid that runoff, so please set the game clock to 31 seconds, please.
And if you can build this thing, much like Jed Fish has built it in Seattle, through high school, and then it's retention and supplementation through the transfer portal, I think you got a chance. And we'll see what they do. I can't wait. I'm anticipating it. There's a lot of names rumored for it, but we know that that's all it is rumor. So we'll see how this thing shakes out in a matter of, I'd imagine, a week.
We'll see what happens in the next week to 10 days with the UCLA job. We know tonight they go down 48-14. This will be 4 consecutive losses for Tim Skipper and the Bruins. As for Jed Fish, 2-game win streak. They hammered Purdue last week. Similar score tonight, 48-14 the final, as the Huskies move to 8-3 on the season.